Question. So, I mean, jumping into the seafood industry was definitely difficult because number one, people are very sensitive about the seafood they eat. Number two, there's some really big players in the market. And number three, it's hard to convince people to eat different types of seafood, and that's part of our mission. So what we did was, our business model is we actually buy direct from the source or as close to the source as possible, cutting out the middlemen. So we can provide fine dining quality seafood at the cost and the convenience of faster food. So for example, like I buy all my lobster from the processor or the fisherman on the East Coast. We buy it like 15,000 pounds at a time. We get it either blast frozen or processed and we sell it out. So we're a wholesaler as well. We have a wholesale company connected to this. So that was kind of our little selling proposition. Local things that we're doing here at Slapfish is we try and get as many vegetables as possible from the students at the Huntington Beach High School. They actually grow a lot of those vegetables for us. And as part of that program, we actually introduced an integrated, it's called integrated aquaponics, multi-trophic aquaculture. So as part of that, it's called integrated multi-trophic aquaculture. And it's what you actually are doing is you're growing and raising fish in a farm environment, and the effluent from the fish, or the poop, to be simple, is actually then transferring up into the raised vegetable beds. So that's fertilizer. So it's fertilizing the vegetables, and then you can take the vegetable scraps and it actually comes back and it feeds the tilapia. So it's a closed loop system. The reason why that's important is because a lot of land-based fish farming, the effluent or the outflow can potentially pollute the surrounding environment. So closed loop systems are really the system of the future. They're incredibly efficient. You can remove some of the fishing pressure from wild stocks by fortifying it with farm seafood done the right way. You know, I would say one other thing I want to make note of is fast food, right? That's a really hot topic right now. What our fast food industry is doing, everything's cheaper, 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 lower quality, lower quality. What we're trying to do is kind of redefine the fast food industry by increasing the quality. We're not as margin driven in so much as we are driven by other things like the behavioral aspects of people eating higher quality seafood or fast food for that matter, and cutting some of the shit out of their diet. And that's some of our drive, is to kind of a new brushstroke of faster food.
Well, it's an economic too. The longer they live, the more they can come in and...
Yeah. Well, that's the economic sustainability. But the sustainability aspect, you know, you say to yourself, if you're a macroeconomist, you're going to look at it and you're going to say, okay, you're telling me that people should pay more money for food, but then that's less money in their pocket, and then you're not going to prime the economy that way, but you're also going to decrease significantly the overwhelming healthcare costs that I think are crippling a lot of, you know, kind of the economy as a whole. So if we can have better food, higher quality food, you might see a decrease in some of those healthcare costs. That's my idealism now. Not trying to be a populist.